Gentlemen, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. We had a pretty interesting thing that happened the other day, and let me break it down real quick. This dude by the name of, Gene Wu. He is a Texas House member in District 137 in Houston, Texas. And I gotta tell you, he's a real fucking fairy. To the point where he got on live TV a couple months ago and just cried and had a fit. Like, he legitimately threw a fit. Like, I don't know, someone screwed up his to-go order. And guess what it was about? Can anybody guess here? This is in Texas, so if you didn't say gun control, I don't blame you, but yeah, it's about gun control. Check this out.
Your answer is looking you in the face. I cry because every time I see that video, to see those pictures, I see my son. There is no safe place in America anymore.
There's no church that's safe. There's no school that's safe. There's no shopping mall that's safe. There's no library that's safe.
Not because of books, not because of trans kids who want health care, but because of things that people own.
You know, I'm just gonna stomp my feet and can somebody give me a bottle and I don't know. I mean, I'll just cry about it. There's something called being emotionally unstable, and that's not a trait that men should be proud of doing. Even if you're emotional, you should be fighting back everything in your power to remain calm, have manly tendencies when you're out talking to people, and show strength, whether it's physically or mentally. If you have a problem with a mass shooting going on, say it. But don't get up there and, well, I'll cry with you.
Listen, if you want to cry, you go ahead and cry. Cry with you.
There is no safe place in America anymore.
Why are you yelling at me? All I did was care.
Like, yeah, man, a school shooting is a tragedy, but every time there's a kid that's killed in a, I don't know, car accident, are you crying and saying, oh man, I can never drive a car again? Because every time I see one of those, I think of my son, and if it could happen to him, if I'm driving. It's just stupid, man. It's dumb. And you should be ashamed of yourself as a man for getting up there and just, I don't know, having a period cramp and crying about it. But then this guy turns into Billy Badass over the weekend, over the whole Texas border thing. Imagine that. Imagine someone being a badass when it comes to typing on a keyboard instead of, I don't know, when a real issue comes up.
The governor says that Texas has a right to self-defense. Sounds like a legit argument. Does the state not have that right, though?
Yeah, so it depends on what you mean by self-defense. And I think he's construing that simple term to mean that they can take on the powers of the national government. Women who have been impregnated by a rape, by a sexual assault. And if rape victims can follow the law, then Governor Abbott can too.
And guess what he's doing? He is threatening bombing. Yes, bombing American citizens with drones. Let's take a look here. Big thanks to Blackout Coffee for sponsoring today's video. Y'all know that my favorite is Brutal Awakening. Morning Reaper is a close second, but more important than the coffee, this is a company that shares the same values as me, and that's rare nowadays. Love for America, love for morals. Doing what's right. They're not gonna sell out to the left. Grab a shirt, you can get this one. Grab a mug. We're putting the discount code in, link below the video. Go join the family. It's all fun and games until someone eats a drone-fired Hellfire missile. So let me make sure I understand this. You are in the house in Texas, and you're acting like you're Billy Badass just because you're in some office in Houston, and you're telling people who are standing up for country. They're standing up for country, going to the border, showing their support to everyone down there, everyone who's trying to keep illegals out, dangerous people out, human traffickers, fentanyl, the list goes on and on. You're saying, well, it's going to be great when someone eats a Hellfire missile. What happened to the crying dude earlier, man? But if you guys think that's all he said, nope. Let's continue. Chuds calling for people to go get their guns to confront the federal government are mad. I'm very sorry, snowflakes. Oh, wow, okay. Who has said those exact words? Go get your guns to confront the federal government. The feds aren't at the Texas border. That's the whole point of this. The Texas National Guard and Governor Abbott are making sure that the feds can't be active at the border. So what are you talking about, man? Are you talking about people just standing up for what's right? Oh, but there's more. Guys, most of you coming to Texas to start shit won't have to worry about the feds killing you with drone strikes. And he posted a little video of some idiots training. All right, let me make sure I understand your logic here, Gene. You were saying that people are coming here to start shit. But in reality, who started this whole thing at the border? It was the Biden administration, all you people on the left who want America to become this just, I don't know, not America. Just a bunch of people that are from other countries that don't give a shit about the land that they stand on. But somehow we started this? No, we're defending this, Gene. How did you get voted in? Being this stupid. Oh, that's right, you're on the left, so that makes sense. I don't know, man. I mean, do we need to have a meeting down there in Houston about professionalism in the workplace? Like, do you think that people respect you doing this? You're in the House of Representatives in Texas, yet you're online being a troll. And then my favorite part of this, reminder, domestic terrorist is still a terrorist. Around and find out. Ask your January 6th buddies. I mean the ones not in prison or dead. Okay, so we're still stuck on the January 6th thing, even though that's been debunked like 15 times as a non-issue. But okay, let's take the first thing that you said here, Gene. Domestic terrorist is still a terrorist. That's not a sentence. It would be a domestic terrorist is still a terrorist, but we'll go with what you said. What's the first thing that you said in regards to American people trying to defend their homeland? Because the federal government won't do it. What's the first thing that you said? Oh, you forget because you've been crying for a while over there? Okay, let me remind you. It's all fun and games until someone eats a drone-fired Hellfire missile. You know what I'd call that? I'd call that domestic terrorism. What if somebody said that about you? What if somebody said that about the building that you work in? Do you think they would be arrested? Do you think they would be investigated? I think 100%. But no, you can say it because you're untouchable. You're some dude in the House of Representatives in Texas, and you think that you can just mouth off to the American people. Well, let me tell you something. We aren't scared of you, and we aren't scared of anyone for that matter. We believe in our country. Even though it's in a tough place right now, with all the woke BS going on, I believe that we can get back to the old school way of America. And the fact that you are even considering an option to shoot at Americans with Hellfire missiles, dude, you should be deported from America. You should be excommunicated, citizenship renounced, because guess what? If someone else said this, they'd probably be arrested and charged with domestic terrorism. So why don't you think about that the next time you're in a meeting crying? Okay, Gene? All right, buddy.